You've wandered here, beautiful one. Do not fear. This place is of joy and wonder. No harm will come to you. This is the glade of dreams, or so my mentor called it. I'm not so sure if it lives up to such a name. It certainly looks the part, and the animals are very awestruck by the way that they can peacefully drink. This deer, I've named her Luna, comes here daily, bringing her fawns alongside her problems. This is a place for those troubled. I'm sure that you as well have something that troubles you. Fear not. You needn't explain to me. I am one of the Fey. While you may be, well, a human, I take it. If you're something else, please don't take offense. I'm terrible at identifying mortals. Unless, of course, you're an immortal, in which case I've made a grave error. Please forgive me, Great One. Misunderstandings, right? They are so very common. Well, regardless of that, you can call me Shoto. Of course, that's a name I was given by a particularly strange fellow. Listen, all I ask is if you stay. Peace is what I require, what this place demands. I don't expect you to understand everything around you. As the world of the Fey, and by extension this glade, it teems with life. Down to the smallest thing, it is my duty to take care of them. It is a reprieve from the cruel world, the world of natural order and devouring one another. I abhor it. So much violence that I've seen. Not a single time was it sensible violence. I don't think the term even exists. What about you? To have found this place, you must have been looking for a safe haven. But why? It's hard for you to say. I don't blame you. When I first found this place, my predecessor explained to me. The life of a Fey is long and storied. The world around us is constantly riddled with places of danger, adventure, but also tragedy. You are a harbinger of the opposite of what the world stands for. You are a contradiction, a being of life, not of death. He was half right. Being a Fey comes with many preconceived notions. I don't say that lightly, but life is something I would always choose. Bored. Yes, sometimes. But boredom can be a privilege. It means that things are peaceful enough to be boring, and at very least, in my opinion, that's better than... Look here. You're either going to behave yourself, or I'll make you behave. Wasn't very Fey of me. you want to know the truth? Why, I've told no lies. But I guess you saw right through me, so it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I'm not very Fey-like. My predecessor tried to make me. But let's just say, I don't have that many problems with violence. It sounds worse than it is. I'm not gonna hurt you, unless you piss me off. Spewing all that bullshit got you, what? To judge me? Calm? I can't tell. So, what really brought you here? You aren't trying to burn down my glade. So, must be some kind of adventurer. Damn it. I hate you type. At least this one doesn't. Look, I hate you type because I'm jealous. I want to be an adventurer, but I can't leave this damn glade. Promises are a bitch. Surprised. I'm not what you'd call the normal ones. And, of course, the centaurs around here won't let me leave either. They can have their wars and their tranquility. It's not fair. Life isn't fair. I was born into a role that never suited me. What? Surprised to see a Fey with any kind of personality? Me too. Every time I look down in the water, I see my goddamn reflection. You know what happens? Nothing. It's always nothing. Always caring for others' problems. What? I hand out advice. It's like a fortune cookie. It never really has any substance. It's just words. If you want me to hand out something more honest, then you have to make a promise with me. See us, Faye, we have to keep our promises. And if you make me able to leave this place sometimes and go on the damn adventures I want, maybe I'll think you're not half bad. Problem is, nobody ever wants to sign up for the latter. See, if you make a promise with me that takes me away from the glade, well, let's just say you'd be stuck with me for a while. Us Fae technically don't have a physical form, so you'd have to give me one, which takes you being by my side. Of course, I'm not going to dwell inside you or something. No. Just means you have to be within 30 meters of me at most given times. Otherwise, I'll die. Don't look so glum. It's not that serious when a Fae dies. We're technically immortal beings. Listen, when we die, we just sort of reset. Everything goes back to zero. And I go back to being a stupid nature living. You know what? I'm not going to finish it. Listen, I could be useful. I've got healing magic, nature magic. Oh god, it sounds so bad. Been trying to learn fire and ice magic. Well, you could say I'm not typical for immortal peace-loving. I'm not gonna insult them. My predecessor's probably listening anyways. And I don't really feel like pissing off the spirit network here. There's a ghost that visited here. His name was Tamaki. He almost saved me. Maybe he'll be different. Why would you? I'm not gonna be your slave or something. Don't get the funny ideas, I see you. If you want attention
If you want something from me, you're gonna have to give back something just as much. Equivalent exchange. I could really use your help. But I guess it's in your hands now. If you choose not to, then that's between you and whatever pathetic gods you believe in. What insulted that I called them pathetic? I didn't mean it. I just don't believe in any myself. If it's a just God, they'd never make a Fey like me. They'd have to be messed up in the head. More personality. Well, as long as I don't seem fake. So many people give a bad rep to the Fey, saying we're tricksters, liars with half-truths. Not me. If I had time to lie, I wouldn't be stuck here in this boring-ass glade. What? Once you peel the layers back, I have a lot more personality than you can handle. So deal with it. And my father, the great spirit of fire. You wouldn't think I'd be a Fey then, right? That's my mother's fault. Do I resent her? No. Good question, though. I appreciate the honesty and the... well, you being willing to push my buttons. It's better than it could be. So you gonna do something or not? You don't have to, but I'd much prefer to be away from this place. Yeah, you pretty much nailed it. No way. You're gonna make the promise? Alright. Then... wow, that was anticlimactic, but thanks. I mean it. Wow, walking on legs? This is different. Sorry. I've never been free before. There's one thing I'll miss from the glade. Believe it or not, I kind of have a soft spot with taking care of animals. But I can't do that my entire life. Eternity's a long time. Yeah. I mean, nature spirits. We could live as long as you want. Just like I said, when I do end up dying for some reason, I'll just go reset back to zero. Back in that glade. Yeah, safe to say I'm not too keen on dying. What's your name? Since we're gonna know each other, we're not strangers anymore. I'm Shoto, of the Great Fire Spirit. The Fey who wants to wander. I made up that title on the spot. Sounds pretty cool, right? Oh, you're judging my title discrepancies? Well, you may be shocked when it comes to fighting. I hope you're shocked, at least. If you're not, well, then I guess you're gonna be disappointed. No. Where to? You got any place in mind? Right. To become an adventurer, you need to go to the guild. Great idea. You went along with this way too easy, you know. Don't you know the reputation of the Fey? We're tricksters, right? Why'd you do it? You're way different than the others I've met. I've met good people, bad people, people with ugly hearts. You're none of those. Not really bad enough to be called bad. Not really good enough to be called good. You just seem yourself unapologetically. I don't hate that. No, really. It's way better than being fake, trust me. Liars and those who break their promises are a million times worse than you, so don't get in your feels about that. I mean it. You're incredible for what you're worth. No, come on, I'm not gonna glaze you up like that. If I did, you would just get more confident until you explode. What? Surprised? You shouldn't be that surprised. If I was malicious or something, or dark Fey, well, I probably would have stolen your soul when you made that promise. You did use some really unique wording. Trust me, in spirit contracts, you could have gotten completely screwed over. But luckily, you're dealing with a handsome and noble Fey, not like the rest. Oh. Is me being without clothes a problem? Right. I'm so used to being alone. Let me just... What was the spell? This one? No. That was the one to turn someone inside out. Sorry. I didn't do it to you, thankfully. That tree over there. I'll apologize. Sorry, Trent. Anyways, this one. There we go. Got myself some sweet new threats. Not very Fey-like. I like that comment. It's exactly what I want. I'm not intentionally distancing myself from my nature. It's that the nature never felt like it was mine. I feel more like a fire spirit, probably because I'm my dad's kid in that way. And probably the only way that I am. Look, we don't get along, and if we ever see him, I'm gonna have to fight. I'm a bit of a battle maniac that's repressed. I couldn't be in the Fey. Well, nor in the glade. See, Fey society looks down on violence, and the glade prevents it. I think you can see the problems. I was really born in the wrong race. And to think I lost a 50-50, considering I was half likely to be a spirit's progenitor as I was to be a Fey. Now I'm a bit of a half-breed. The spirit progenitor of fire, well, his kid at least, and then a half-baked Fey having to go through the lines and pretend like I care about that stuff. Look, I love the animals. They're great. But who doesn't love animals? Only crazy people don't, right? Really? Non-crazy people don't like them too sometimes? Well, you learn something every day. I thought it was universal. My bad. If anything, I certainly like them, and you don't seem like you minded them, given that fauna pet earlier. So you're an adventurer. What rank? You're hiding it. Must be really low. Ooh. Is that an E rank? Wow, how did you wander out here without dying to some horned rabbits? You can handle them. Well, pardon me for not being convinced yet. It's okay. Since we have to party together anyways, I'll teach you a thing or two. Get you up to snuff. Look, I might not be the best at training or teaching, but I've spent a long time, and when I mean a long time, I mean a cripplingly long time, practicing things. So, if nothing else, if you can learn at all, you won't be hopeless anymore. Not too shabby, right? Now that you've heard that, you're stuck with me. The soul-binding contract can't be broken by either of us, or we'll die. Forget about the fine print. Don't worry if I end up biting the big one and resetting. You'll be free to go. No side effects. Don't think it'll happen? Me either. Not with me around. I'll carry your sorry ass. What, offended? You have a cute pouting face. Just admit it. What do you mean that'd be a weird thing to admit? I think it's weirder that you put your head in the sand pretending that you could ever convince me otherwise. Breathing free air. With a little bit of salt from those glares you're shooting me. Hey, don't be too surprised with all this, okay? I might not be the most conventional Fey, but I'm your partner now, like it or not. Our fates are tied, entangled like a vine. Listen, I'm going to train you to be stronger. Whoever's been bullying you, your rank doesn't mean that much. I wasn't laughing at you, I was laughing with you. Is that a total lie? Absolutely. Listen, you might suck at this adventuring thing. Like, really suck. Like, legendarily suck. And I might not be able to make you into an S rank, but we'll see. The good thing is it's only gated by how much you can learn. Maybe you've got some latent talents in there yet. Are you really surprised? Listen to yourself. If I think you're hopeless, well, I'll just have to carry you. You don't want that? How prideful. You want to be the one carrying, huh? I don't blame you. In that way, you're a lot like me. You don't want to be dead weight, huh? You don't want to waste away. Unable to protect yourself? You're something else. You're, honestly, one of the most interesting people I've met in eons. Trust me, time isn't the best way to meet new people. It's purely strings of fate. God, I can't believe I said something so vague. But honestly, if that's how it's gotta be, that's how it will be. Fate chooses what it wants, not what you need. So, look at me. Us just moseying around won't change anything. Just like you moping around changes nothing at all. If you want to change yourself, then start listening. I'm not gonna promise you I'm the best fighter ever. But I have more practice than you have lifetime. So, no offense. I did say I'm basically an eternal being, so don't be shocked when time frames don't add up. You think I'm full of it? I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. If it was another Fey, and especially a Fey trickster, something I am not, you might have been right. But you got the battle maniac one. So, lucky or not, here I come. As for what our relationship should be in public, we look nothing like each other, and it's obvious I'm a Fey. Fays often take on relationships with mortals. You can just say you're in a relationship with me and not elaborate. Plus, judging by those people looking over there, you have more problems than just how weak people see you. You get hit on a lot, don't you? Gosh, no wonder you want to protect yourself. Being drop dead gorgeous isn't easy. What? I did not stumble on the word. That's preposterous. Feys don't make mistakes like that. I hate the perfection thing as much as you, but I didn't stumble on my words. You idiot. You know what? Fine. Maybe I did just a little cute when I'm flustered. You do not get to turn this around on me. I won't. You're too easy to fluster. You won't win in the end. I'm getting inside your head. What else? Now I'm just offended. What? Could you be more deluded? That's not a request. You know what? I'll say it here and now. You're not half bad. You're entertaining. And perhaps most of all, you have some level of integrity. But goddamn if you don't suck at this. Negotiations are supposed to be halfway. But you're kind of just letting me walk all over you, telling you how it's gonna be. I'll admit some of the suggestions would help you, but that doesn't mean you should just go along with it. The only evidence you have that I'm not a faced trickster or anything worse than that is that I've said it. Do you really trust my words? I guess you were paying attention to the details. It was like a riddle, because I can't say it aloud. Regardless, look, as long as I'm with you, I'll keep you safe, okay? That's it. I'll be your knight, and you parade as a foreign noble. That's what we're gonna go with. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I know you didn't agree with it, but let me do this one. This one. Let's get you more noble outfit. I didn't see anything. For the split second, everything changed. I didn't. I'm not some sort of... Ow. Hitting me with a stick. That's kind of ironic, actually. Well, us Fey can speak to nature. And that stick just called me a... You know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence. Not going to give you the... You picked up the one stick in the forest that might hate me. For an unrelated, mostly unrelated thing. Regardless, you look more noble-like. That outfit suits you. Doesn't make sense for an adventure. Maybe, but whether it makes sense or not, it's the cover that I've decided and you accepted. We'll see where that ends. But, wow, that is a big human town. It's called a city. Right. I don't know when a town becomes a city, so you'll forgive me, right? A small city. We'll be there in about a half a day. That's not half bad. You've shared with me a lot, so I'll say thank you for that. Just careful. In general, working with the Fae is dangerous business. And, well, you can never fully trust me, right? You do already. You're breaking all the rules. You should have lost your soul for that one, but luckily I'm a Fae that actually hates Fae things. And I don't much want your soul. It's better kept inside you. Don't ask me why, but your company's kinda nice, I guess. Is that what you wanted to hear? And you're way too trusting. But I don't think that's a bad quality. If anything, it makes you more unique. I've never met someone who's an adventurer or claims to be. You rank at that. How'd you even make it out there? The quill boars and other creatures I thought would be too dangerous for you. But here you are, walking with me and, well, calling you partner seems like the best thing I could do, so welcome home, partner. Home is the open road for us. God, that sounds like a good time. Hey, nice to really meet you. Since this time I can hold your hand. Here, just take it. Why are you getting nervous and flushed from... Oh, am I drop-dead gorgeous? Truth be told, I don't know how my attraction stands up to you mortals, but I think you're easy on the eyes. I'm gorgeous? Well, thank you for that. If nothing else, I can promise this hand that you're holding won't go away. You've got a companion for the rest of your life. Not slightly in part that I'm borrowing some of your... Look, I'm borrowing some of your mana. But don't worry about that, since you're borrowing some of mine too. It's like we're mixing together. Can you feel it in our hands touching? Here. My palm against yours like this. Did you feel that? Feels really weird, doesn't it? It's like between a tingling sensation of your hand being numb, but mixed with the tinge of magic. You've got a unique kind of magic. That's for me to know and you to find out when I feel like telling you. What do you mean it's no fair? You have the gall to complain? Well, that's between you and whatever gods you believe in. Guess you'll have to trust me, huh? If you don't think I'm going to tell you at all and forget about this, you should know that us Fey don't really forget. Not really, anyways. Did you think it was going to be all fun and games? Well, it might be at this rate. If you're really lucky, this adventure might be the best you've ever had. It certainly will be for me. This is my first time being out in the world I've heard about secondhand for the longest. Oh, I got a little excited. When I talk about exploring, it makes me happy. Really happy. So thanks for the opportunity. I promise I'll be a good partner. And maybe since I'm your knight, we can have one of those stories that escalates. Again, I'll say the same line. That's for me to know and you to find out. Pouting again, huh? It suits you. That sounds terrible. It's not a backhanded comment, though, nor is it quite a compliment. You're hopeless. You're way too hopeless. What's that, E-rank? Oh, sorry. I couldn't hear you over the fact that you're low rank. I'm kidding. You won't be for very long, trust me. Even if you have zero potential for some reason, which I'm sure you don't, I'll carry the team, promise. What do you mean that's not better? So someone wants it all. You want to carry the team and make me look like the damsel knight in distress. You want a lot of things, don't you? Well, I guess that's fine, but you better watch yourself. I am your lifeline, aren't I? What's that supposed to mean? You're fine on your own? Well, even if you wanted to leave, whenever you walk outside of 30 meters, I'd just appear next to you. Isn't it convenient? No matter where you are, what you're doing, I'll be within 30 meters of you for the rest of your life. Privacy concerns? No. If I wanted to oogle you, I'd just do it with a special spell. Trust me, I'm not that crude. Promise. If I was, I probably would have lost my Fey rights and been sent to the bad place a long, long time ago. What, surprised? I said I'm not that bad, so you can trust me. I really think it's best for you to trust me. Well, I'll earn that trust then. For my cute little companion's sake. Keep on keeping that cute bound. Just not too long. Wouldn't want your face to get stuck that way, would we? Fine. Fine. I'll tone it down for now. The teasing. But that just means you'll collect interest over time. Okay? That's for me to know, and see, you're getting it. Hey, before we go into this town, I just want to ask you one thing. Is there any wish you have, aside from being a great adventurer? Something that's an all-consuming wish. You don't have to tell me what it is. Just the fact that you have one. I have one too. Let's accomplish those wishes together, okay? Promise? Not a fake promise. God knows I'm done with those. But a real promise. To our dreams, then. Sorry. When it comes to dreams, I get in my head a bit. But thank you. Thank you for giving me a chance at mine. You'll never know how much you've done for me. But I'm happy you did. Really, really, really happy. And I'm in your debt, okay? I mean it. So thanks. And well, for what it's worth, I don't think you're pathetic. I think you're the opposite of that. You don't need fancy abilities now. Just a heart open to learn. That's half of what strength is, and what separates you from those S ranks that you adore, look up to. I heard there's one, Jinwoo. He is a pro adventurer, the best of the best. I only heard about him through the grapevine, quite literally. Well, If anything, if we ever meet him, I'll be sure to make you look extra impressive, okay? Don't make me too jealous now, or I'll want to be an SS rank. Above him, maybe SSS rank, S+, something like that. I'll be 10 ranks above him. If you would rather look up to me instead. Not bad for a first day out. I'll consider that a decent start. Nothing, I was just talking to myself. You see, I tend to keep a sort of mental diary. I'm sure everyone does to a certain extent, but for me, the diary is really important. It's what separates me from what I am. What makes me me. You should keep one too. If you're able. They say it's good for the brain. Our hands are still holding them. We might not look like a knight and a noble, but a noble eloping with a knight. Ooh, I like this disguise. Unless it has more substance. Do you think it's reality now? Then, baby, I guess you're my responsibility now. Don't freak out so much, honey. This is just what we are now. Okay? Okay. Your beautiful heart entices me. So you'll forgive me if I